This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up, this is DC Channel Guns, coming to another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. So I want to appreciate all my subscribers, I want to appreciate all the information, appreciate y'all for coming to the channel, appreciate all the support for the channel and stuff like that. Appreciate the ones been sticking with me through the good and the bad and the ups and downs. Nothing moves in a straight line, people. Appreciate the ones been coming by, checking the channel out. Appreciate the ones leaving comments and stuff. I appreciate all the stuff that y'all doing. I like the comments. I like the ones that's helping out to a community and stuff like that. We got to keep doing that, people. We're going to have to keep spreading the knowledge and the word and stuff into a community. The ultimate goal over here is pretty much to preserve the Second Amendment for future generations. That is the ultimate prize. And like I said before, it's going to take us, the citizen, people. We got the power, people. The citizen has the power. Not your social media stars, not your athletes, not your movie stars, not your politicians, not the president. None of them can do it, people. If they could, they'd be already done it by now, and we won't be up here talking about it. If the Second Amendment was already straightened out, everything was done, people, they would have done it. But they can't, because it's the citizens. We're going to have to do this. I'm talking about as the citizens, we're going to have to get this done. So with that said, we got to get out and vote and everything. And, and we're going to have to come strong this year. I know you hear it every year, but guess what? This is not hype. This is seriously. We already know what the opposition are trying to do when it comes to the Second Amendment in this country. So with that said, now, when it comes to your gun laws and stuff like that, there's many tricks. There's many schemes and stuff out there that the opposition is using to pretty much erode your Second Amendment, people. We've been talking about all this infringement on your Second Amendment for a while. And I've been saying there's different tactics and strategy. They got a lot of things in their toolbox. So in the two-way community, we need to have a lot of stuff in our toolbox. They're using everything against the citizen in this country. They're using your technology, the banking system. They're using everything. They're using the government. I'm talking about they're using the media. I'm talking about, I'm a type of person, I'm like, just like y'all. I'm talking about, I'm sick and tired of all this, coming down on the law-abiding citizen stuff. I'm talking about, because that's what's pretty much doing. We just been rained down with all this infringement when it comes to the law-abiding citizen. Now, there's a lot of simple solutions out there, but the opposition just don't see that, people. They're just not looking at that. So they're still with the lies and stuff, the tricks, the media headlines. They're still with the polls. They're still tricking us with polls and stuff out there. We can't go by the polls, people. Don't go by the polls. I'm talking about, so, with that said, we're going to get into something that I've been talking about for a long time. Now, you have states who have tough gun regulations. You have states who have lax gun regulations. Now, you have a lot of people who just coming into the two-way community. We have a lot of first-time buyers and stuff. We know that's been pushed. I'm talking about, we have record-breaking gun sales, record-breaking background checks. I'm talking about, gun dealers made money hand over fist. I'm talking about gun violence is through the roof. Gun crime is through the roof. Stolen guns is through the roof. Just think about it. Every time, when firearm sales goes up, people, other things goes up right along with it. I'm talking about you can't have one without the other over there. Firearm theft is up. Everything is up. So with that said, now they're trying to put in the media that you got states who have tough gun regulations. Then you have states that don't, neighboring states around these states that don't have tough gun regulations. So they're playing in the playbook, people. They're playing in the playbook. We already see that you have Mayor in Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. She's playing the playbook. You have attorney generals and stuff, especially one in New York. She's playing in the playbook over there. I'm talking about, we have all these people playing in the opposition playbook, Bloomberg playbook, pretty much. They pretty much being controlled by Bloomberg and all his billions that he has spread across his country to infringe on your Second Amendment. Now, Lori Lightfoot has been coming out and saying that the neighboring states are where her people, the citizens in her state, are going and buying guns and coming back, because that's the reason why they have high gun violence and stuff and everything in their state. So this is feeding into the media. So you're gonna see this headline right here. These are things that they're promoting, people. They're putting it out there in the environment. And you have the average citizen looking at this stuff and believing this. That's why I said we're gonna have to get out and vote. There's going to be laws on the books that you need to pay attention to. There's going to be politicians locally. We got to start locally, people. There's going to be putting these things out here. And they're going to be sneaking them in with all the goodies and snacks and stuff that they want to put out, these laws they want to put out, and they're going to bake it inside. That's how these laws been passing. They put all the goodies on top and put all the bad stuff at the bottom. And you don't find out till the laws are passed. I'm talking about you have Nancy Pelosi, her favorite slogan is that, we must pass the bill, then we'll see what's inside of it once we pass. That's what she has been saying. And that's what they're trying to do. And that's what they've been doing. That's why we had a red flag law spreading, like I told y'all last year, red flag law is going to increase. And there's more laws that's increasing. So you have states who are going to say, well, I have tough gun regulation. But my neighboring state over here, they don't have it. They don't have tough gun regulation. So in order to make my state effective when it comes to our gun laws, the neighboring state, they must toughen their gun laws. And so this is the playbook right now. This is how a lot of your laws are jumping from one state to another. California and New York. You got one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. You got New York on this side, you got California on this side. They've been good in spreading infringement when it comes to your Second Amendment. They've been good to promote the gun laws in their states and then, trying to pretty much have other states to go along with it. So I'm talking about on both sides, New York and California, you see how they've been trying to meet all in the middle. And that's what's been going on. But see, the problem is it's backfiring because a lot of these cities and the major cities in the country right now are ridden with gun violence, people. Why? It's because their gun laws only work against law-abiding citizens, and you have the criminals who pretty much doing everything they want to do. They don't got to worry about high-capacity magazines. They don't got to worry about how many farms you can buy a year. They don't got to worry about farm restrictions, stuff like that. They don't got to worry about background checks. They don't got to worry about none of that, people. And as law-abiding citizens, we got to worry about where we at when we have a farm, because all these states and cities and stuff, they're coming up with all these gun-free zones, ammunition-free zones. They're banning you from city buildings. They're banning you on public parks and I'm talking about sidewalks. I'm talking about you walk one way, you don't broke the law. And I'm talking about this is what's going on. This is how their playbook has been effective for a long time in this country. This is how we done created thousands of gun laws. And a lot of people really don't know how many gun laws we got in this country. They are the same gun laws, but they just add more stuff to it. That's all they've been doing. I've been talking about that. I have went over videos, man, how many gun laws we got in this country. They're the same gun laws, but they just keep extending it with more stuff in it. That's making it even more complicated for the average citizen. And that is the whole point of making the laws complicated, so you can fall into the trap and lose your Second Amendment, people. You wonder why the prison systems are so filled up with criminals now. You wonder why a lot of people are being convicted of a whole lot of stuff. Because a lot of the laws, the traps that they have set. There's so many traps out there. You got people in prison that didn't even commit a crime that's in there right now trying to get out and spend decades in there, people. Not every law is created equal. And gun laws, it fits the bill for this, because you have so many law-abiding citizens who try to defend themselves because of the law that they created makes them a criminal. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You can't defend your property because you got people who's out riding, up to my, damaging people's property and, just pretty much trespassing. You got people restricted. They can have a gun on their property. I'm talking about, we're getting to the point of where you can't do nothing. You do one little thing, the media catch wind of it, broadcast it all over the whole world, and then you're a criminal. I'm talking about you're a criminal before proven innocent. And we have seen many people, couples, and everybody that has been testimony to what they've been doing when it comes to gun owners in this country. And I tell you, they use you as headlines. And your politicians just keep buying into that program, coming on TV, and keep coming up with more laws, people. That's what they've been doing. That is the rope-a-dope that's been going on for decades in this country. So as a citizen, we must stop that now. We should have been stopped it, but we must stop it now. We have to pay attention to our local laws, people, Because those flying under the radar laws is the ones creating a lot of this opportunity for the opposition to pretty much infringe on the Second Amendment. So we got to get out and vote this year. I don't have to keep going over the opposition. We already know what they're trying to do. So I just want to lay that out, how this playbook is working. Neighboring states don't have tight gun control regulations. My state is not affected because my neighboring state don't have tight gun regulation like I have. So that is the playbook right now. So that is what they're doing, and this is what they're going to continue to do until the citizens of this country wake up. A lot of us woke, but we still got people asleep. Some of us woke up during this pandemic, went out bought firearms and stuff because you saw that what two-way community been talking about for a long time. But guess what? It's a lot of people that need to wake up. Small people still sleep at the wheel right now. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.